All right, my fine friends, welcome back to another Japan Book Hunter live drop. Today we have a whole bunch of Otomo Katsuhiro stuff, Satoshi Kon stuff, mostly Otomo to be honest. I mean, I'm an Otomo addict and I've been kind of trying to collect weird things as well as like manga, art books and stuff over the last 3 months or something like that. There's a few things that I failed to get that I wanted to get, but there was a bunch of other things that I ran into that I was surprised to get. So we'll go through and take a look at everything and check out some Otomo Katsuhiro, Satoshi Kon stuff. We're just kind of getting everything started up here, so just hang tight 1 second, my friends, and we will go. Audio all good, Brandon? Can you guys hear us out there? If you can, pop in the chat. I got a monitor for the chat, but for some reason the monitor does not want to work for me today, so I'll just be asking Brandon what's going on in the chat because I'm over here looking at the manga and the art. Word up. Yeah, pop down, Brandon, I guess. It's okay. Okay. 11 o'clock in the morning here, and we've been hustling all morning, my friends. And the first thing I got, of course, I'm always looking for Katsuhiro Otomo, like art books and stuff, you know, Kaba 2, Genga posters, and I have a lot of them for you, my friends. You know the deal. In the chat, if you want something, if you want to claim something, just say claim, plus either the letter like claim A, claim B, and say it in the chat. We'll go back through the chat, make sure everything, like keep track of who claimed first. And there's a few things that I have multiples of, but most are one and done. So claim quickly if you want it. For the art books and stuff, just put in Genga claim if you want the Genga. Same with posters or craft book or something like that. We all good, Brandon? Oh no. Sorry guys, we got set up here a little bit on the fly, so it'll take us a second to get everything going. Can you guys see my hands? Well, I see my hands. Yay. Praise Zeus. All praise Zeus. All right, guys. Always. But this is the way, my friend. We're good? Everyone good over there on that side? The chat? Yeah, it'll probably lag a little bit. To be honest, we're on the crappiest JCOM Wi-Fi over here. Just because when I got into this spot, it was easy to transfer it over, but we're hardwiring everything in this month, make everything like more zippy, more fast. But again, everything takes time, technical difficulties. I don't really care about any of that stuff, man. I care about Otomo and Satoshi Kon. So we good to go, Brandon? All right, let's try it. Anyways, if anyone's interested in Genga, I'm not gonna flip through all of these books, but you know, some of them I will show you a little bit of the inside of, because Genga is amazing. One of my favorite Otomo art books, and they're pretty spendy these days online. I find them out in the wild, and this one I actually got from a bookstore that I know here in Western Tokyo. One of my favorite, just because of the size. You know, the size is amazing. Genga Otomo Katsuhiro original pictures, 190 bucks at below. And I'm gonna go through a bunch of manga, more art books, some first edition stuff, DVDs, film strips, posters. I got all kinds of stuff here. I probably have over 50 items. So some of them I'm gonna kind of cruise through because I don't want you guys to be stuck here all day. But for now, let's put Genga off to the side. Booyaka. And I'll just go through some manga. I'm not gonna go through each, like do flip throughs and stuff, because if you want to see the insides of any of these or details, how many pages, what year it is, what edition it is, then just go over to japanbookhunter.com. That's where we have everything. And the quantities are set to 0, so you can't buy things on the website yet, but you can see details over there if you're interested in looking at the insides of the books. But this is the OG original short piece, A for 42, and then this is the reprint in larger format. To be honest, I like the reprint a little bit better because it's larger format compared to this one. And of course, this is an anthology, the fun one. And yeah, I've read, I think, all of these Otomo manga here. I'll put those there. A little bit more expensive are Boogie Woogie Waltz and Good Weather. I actually just reread Good Weather last month. It's like heartwarming, really nice. It's a fun read. And this is a pretty nice, clean copy of it. Yeah, man. And unlike Good Weather, Boogie Woogie Waltz is this actually the Tadanori Yoko did the cover design for this, of this guy with his head in the trash. Get it? Head under the garbage can. But that's a Yoko cover design for Boogie Woogie Waltz, and there's a lot more violence in this than Good Weather. I like Good Weather a lot just because it's a feel-good manga, fun one. C for 60, D for 80, and I have 2 of these. This one is a first edition, so I'm thinking that the other one's also a first edition that I have over on the shelf over there. I mean, you want to see the insides, then go over to, oh, and this one's got the insert even. And the rice paper. Nice. Boogie Woogie Waltz, so short piece, Good Weather, Boogie Woogie Waltz, Sayonara Japan, also another anthology. I got a few of these. I'm always collecting these. $30, and Kibun wa o Senso. It already feels like war, which is, of course, his desert-based war manga. F for 32, and I have one of the big editions too coming up. So if you already have or you don't want the OG edition, I have the larger format red and white striped edition. A couple of them actually that I'll show you. Those are dope because they're harder to find. And Domu, but warning, not a first edition. If it's a first edition Domu, they go for around $70. It depends on the condition. With an obi, maybe 75, but this is a later edition, so 42. I got a couple of these, and of course, Old Man Cho. Fun. And yes, I did find one of the 5,000 clubs. I did get a Domu Deluxe Edition. I'll show you guys later, but unfortunately, not in the best condition. But if you just want to join the 5,000 club and have a Domu Deluxe Edition, I do have one today that's pretty cheap compared to what a really clean copy would cost. The clean ones are, so I mean, I was trying to find a clean one for the last 3 months. Yeah, we got one of those. We have 2 of them, Christian. So since you claim first, I'll look at the condition and I'll give you the best one that we have. Best condition that we have. Old Man Show. Stealing children's cats. Killing residents of Danshi for the project. But yeah, we got that. And I'll kind of go back through some of these a little bit later so that everyone has a chance to, people who come in later, you know. E, F, E. But for now, I am going to set these aside. We might take a break in the middle because I do have like 50, 60 items here. So we want to take a little break in the middle so that my brain doesn't explode. But this is directed by Otomo. It's the Sultan's Bodyguard. Saruten Boitai is how you pronounce it in Japanese, and this is the OG edition. It's Takadera did the art for it, who was, I think, assisting for Go Nagai at the time. But lots of action, lots of gunfights, lots of death and stuff. And then this is the 1990 reprint in the larger size. And again, I'm not like a snob about like OG first editions or anything like that. So I do like the larger edition because the art's in larger format and there's so much detail in there. H for 34, I for 36, those are rad. And I'm trying to cruise through the manga because I want to spend more time on art books for you guys. Women's Memories, of course, also an anthology, some sci-fi in there, some color. I believe that we have some ads and stuff in the back. Haba, Akira, SOS, etc. First edition, J for 25. Keeping it going. Oh, I have one. Whoever orders first gets this one. The one with the obi. I never find these with the obi, forever, ever. So if you do want one with a nice clean one with the obi, same price, 25 bucks is fine. They claimed. Sun Manga King. Oh, hey, what's up, man? Thanks for being in here. You get the one with the obi, the nice, crispy, clean one. I'll even set it aside for you right now. And for K, SOS, check. This one's really clean, and this is also first edition, right there. Hard to see on the screen, I'm sure, especially if we're lagging a little bit, but SOS. And the cool thing about SOS that I like is the back you have some illustrations. Sunberg Hill. Like these are some things that like one-shots that appeared in magazines over the years, and it's a splash page for them. So that's always a kind of cool little bonus to have in the back. And there's some Otomo notes and stuff in the back, but if you're not a Japanese reader, you probably don't care about that. Here's one that is getting super hard to find with the obi is clean as F. It's awesome, which is Z. Of course, y'all know the anime, L for 52. I used to find these around for like 20. Now I go online, you can't find them. If you do, they're crappy condition, overpriced, but we were recently in Osaka last week on a book hunting trip, and I found one crispy clean with the obi. Dead, fun one. Ai Okada, Katsuhiro Otomo, who's the old man in his little robot thing. I've shown this one before, you know, it's the, who claimed it? Oh, hey Rob, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Woo! What did Dave ask? I've met Otomo one time in my life. I wasn't able to get anything signed by him. I actually met a guy named Tanaka-san. I can say his name because it's so generic. None of y'all will know who I'm talking about because he's a Tanaka-san. That actually met him and had some stuff signed by him, but he's like, that was back in... Like, I haven't seen him since. Very elusive man to me. So, very unlikely, Dave, sorry, but I will have that paper gold and we will go on a manga quest, my friend. Short piece, M for 25. If it was in perfect condition, I'd say 30, 35. Of course, it has this huge fold out. And it's the other side is all keyframes from the short piece anime, not to be confused with the short piece manga. They're two totally different things. Those are the production notes and, you know, keyframes, storyboards and stuff thing. And now I have to put it away, and it is very difficult. Not really, a little bit. I want to keep it nice and crispy clean for you guys, but I gotta admit that I like short piece a lot, but it doesn't compare to Akira or some of the other anime that he put out. The continuity of Akira, and this is a two book set, and I can only find volume 1. Volume 2 is getting so hard to find, but of course this is the 90s, what is it, 91? storyboard book for Akira. So it's the OG version. If you have the Akira the Complete, they redid this in the Complete edition, which is crispy clean and glossy and nice. But if you're an OG collector like me, you like that old ink, old paper feel. And this is volume 1. If somebody does buy this, I promise to find you volume 2 in the future. It's just, will take some time because I've been... Oh, hey Robbie, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. I know you're looking forward to seeing some rad Akira stuff. Big Akira fan right there. And I'll set that aside for you, Robbie. And dude, I promise I will find you number 2. I mean, they pop up, but recently they pop up less and less and less. Here, let me put these off to the side. I got some space over here, oh thanks. But I will put Genga 190, really clean copy. I actually had to replace, I found one a while ago. And then Daniel Warren Johnson and the crew were here, a bunch of homies, and then he took mine. And then I had to replace that. And then I had to find another one, nice and crispy clean. And here we are, Genga 190. Put that on the ground for a minute. And OP, OP, down with OP. I always like to show off those Akira anime comics. Of course, the anime comic series by Kodansha, they did some Ghibli stuff, they did some Gundam stuff. They're manga adaptations of the anime. So you get covers there. And if you look at the insides, they're scene for scene, the anime in manga form. So even if you don't read Japanese, you can follow along. The fun thing to do is you play Akira on your DVD, VHS, Laserdisc, all of which I have, and flip through the book as you go. It's kind of fun. It's almost like looking through a movie pamphlet while you're watching a movie. That's O. And Akira, the OG set. Got you, Robbie. And that's the only set I have. And Robbie, just for your information, see how these spines are slightly different colors? That's, every set is like this. So when volume 1 came out, they did this kind of blue design. And then after that, they went to a gray design. And it's annoying as fuck, but that's what they decided to do. So every set I find looks like this, the blue. I was always like, faded? What's going on here? But nope, they screwed up over at Kodansha for some reason. The OG, so you can find these. You can find these. This Akira series, the classic Akira Kodansha Deluxe, KC Deluxe series, you can find these in Japan for $1,050, you know, like $7 to $12 or something like that. But they also did what? 60 editions, 70 editions, like that. These are all first edition. 1 through 6, all first editions. Which the last time I was at Mandarake, they wanted 33,000, I took a picture even, 33,000 yen for a set of first editions. These are 130, which is more like 20,000 yen. So the reason why I can do them cheaper is because I pieced together one by one out in them streets, my friends. They're not perfect, but they're pretty nice. Pretty nice. No foxing, little bit of cover wear, all first edition. So that is Akira. Robbie, I'll put your Kodansha anime comics off to the side. LMNOP. Oh, I have a little bit of Satoshi Kon stuff. There's not much stuff out there. And one thing I thought I had, I don't have, but Kaiki-san. Oh, look at the cover of it. Not the most famous of his manga. And you know, like I should have picked up Opus, which I do see out in them streets. I should have picked up some other stuff, but I was just doing a Katsuhiro Otomo thing. And then I'd found the Kon's Works, the art book, and I was like, I'll throw that in there. And then I was like, well, I have a couple other things too. I'll throw those in as well. So Taiki-sen for Q for $42. And the elusive, amazing, adapted into a movie, World Apartment Horror. Yeah, man. I was a salaryman for years before I gave it up to buying paper gold and to make sure I wouldn't that damn lifestyle tattooed my hands. I'll never be a salaryman again, my friends. World Apartment Horror, one of the cleanest copies I've ever found. That perfect corners, no foxing, no anything. R for $225. You can find it cheaper, my friends. Buy it because these are getting harder and harder to find. Of course, this has World Apartment Horror in it, plus 2 one-shots in the back. Oh, Robbie, you're gonna have a stack. I might have to do 2 shipments for you because these are a brick, but you know what I did for the last homies that bought one of these big sets like the Alita Battle Angel or the Akira sets and the oversized editions is we just shipped them out with other orders like over, a few times to cut down on the shipping fee, just max out every shipping. And I'm willing to do that for you guys too. Whatever it takes to get that shipping rate, I will do it for you. The World Apartment Horror R for $225. If it was in worse condition, I'd probably do $210, but this just speak. These are the storyboard books. We have, Perfect Blue, 55, Tokyo Godfathers, 50 ST, Paprika, but I cannot find it anywhere. But if you want one of these storyboard books or Paprika, I can find one for you. They're not impossible to find. It's just, I thought I had one in my Otomo drawer. Went in there today or yesterday, not there. Oh, getting sexy. Oh, too sexy. But the storyboard books are amazing. If you want to see what the insides of them look like, go over to japanbookhunter.com and just search Satoshi Kon or Perfect Blue or Tokyo Godfathers, and you will find them over there. And also Paprika as well. Yes. Know my alphabet. Oh, Big P. Big P. Word up. Thanks, homie. Man, it took me a while to put together because I wanted to make an Akira first edition set. I didn't want to spend $200 on it. And so I spent a long time and I wanted a set for myself. So I started making I had my set. They weren't all first editions, only 2 or 3 of them were. I started trading them out, and then I found some other first editions, and I just started slowly making a set because I wanted to give someone a deal. Akira Club, of course, if you got that big box set, it was released in English, the big red box set, you have the full Akira run in English with Akira Club in English. If you didn't drop the whatever, $350 or $75 that they're charging for those back when they got released, then you do not have Akira Club. And to be honest, you don't really need it in English. There's the Laserdisc cover. You don't really need it in English. A lot of these notes in the bottom are like, "Day I caught a cold." They're all commentary by Otomo, or "I've been working really hard these days," or "Volume 6 of Akira is just released." So there are some little notes down here, or he does have a few production notes as well where he'll make a comment about, I don't know, like something to do with the making or the reason behind that particular whatever it is. But Akira Club, 75. These are crispy clean, both of them. I have 2 of them. Try to keep all crispy clean, my friend. Ow, I got a bunch more stuff right here. One sec, my friend. Last time we did one of these lives, it went so long. I was like, kind of feeling bad that it was going so long. So I'm trying to kind of zip through this a little bit more smoothly and quickly this time while I ramble on. And Brutus 2012 for the Gengai exhibition, they put out 2 issues, one in April and then one, I believe, in June. But these are different. This one, and the good thing about these is they have the inserts with the stickers. Insert all the stickers there. Amazing. B for 30. And I don't know why this one's more expensive in the wild, but this one also promoting, oh no, it was February, April. Claim W, this one's a rad one. Who claimed that bad one? Rob, you are stacking up your Akira collection. This one also contains the insert still. So, got nice clean copy, my friend. This is a weird one. So there's a guy here in Tokyo as the Otomo completes come out. Ooh, V. Oh, Nick, what's up, man? Thanks for popping it, dude. I appreciate it. B for 30, and yeah, the crispy clean, look at that. Ooh. My copy's got a bunch of staining down the side here, but I still do have the stickers. So there's this guy here in Tokyo, every time one of the Otomo completes come out, he makes a doujinshi, or self-published analysis of that doujinshi. This is for 1, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 in here. No 7, no 12. There's a couple that are missing. I mean, they're hard to find. And I kind of just pieced together this set of 2, 4, I guess there's 6 of them in here. But to show the inside, these are kind of for hardcore collectors because there's a lot of text explaining what his intention was, well, what this guy thinks Otomo was doing with each of these, but as a collection itself, for people that just want everything Otomo that they can get their hands on, this is a pretty rad set. We got a gun report, or gunshot, Boogie Woogie Waltz, Highway Star, Sayonara Nippon, Fireball, an explanation, G in Domu. But 110 for the set. These go for like, I mean, they sell by themselves like retail when you find them in the wild for like, so I had extras. I bought 2 of every one because I wanted all of these too. And that's that set. Then per usual, I always like to show some Hansel and Gretel. I wish this one had the poster, my friends. I've been looking everywhere for the one with the promo poster, but if I did have it, it would probably go for, I don't know, 110, something like that. But Hansel and Gretel, super clean. Usually this whole side here is faded because this cover doesn't do well in sun, so it's really hard to find them not faded. The rest of that fading kind of look, that's intentional. But usually there'll be like a line here from unfading. Y for 85, and of course this is a collection of all of the fairy tales. You know, Cinderella and the Big Bad Wolf, and the dude that says "Open Sesame." Oh, Son, what's up? Hansel and Gretel. My copy isn't even this nice, to be honest. Mine's a little bit janky, but I've read it, so that's okay. And my last Satoshi Kon thing, sorry guys, I couldn't track down much Satoshi Kon stuff, but Satoshi Kon's works, a very nice copy, crispy clean, very white, no yellowing, no fading, and of course you get, I can't show the very first pages because I think it's, the next page I can't show, but there are boobies. And this is the best and one of the only Satoshi Kon art books out there. I don't even know if there is any other. I Ever seen storyboard books? Yes. Art books? No. Who claimed the Kon? Oh, Tokyo Godfathers. Omar. Oh, what's up, Omar? So many people I know in here. So cool. For everyone else, and it's separated by anime, so Paprika, but when you get to the back, Omar, it's got unfinished. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's got unfinished works in here. Stuff that he had ideas for, that he did illustrations for, and just never got around to doing. All right, this is the big Kibun wa mo senso. It already feels like war. The big yellow, am I colorblind? Red and white one, 35AA. AA is how you claim this bad boy. And I have another set with one of these in them that's a little bit different coming up. It's a bit more expensive. I believe 60, 55 or 60. But this, you get all the amazing detail of Otomo's It Already Feels Like War in the larger format. And this one also crispy clean, my friend. Who claimed that one, Brandon? Raw. Oh, what's up? Raw comes into the lives. This is a rad one. But don't worry, my friends. If you wanted this, I have a 2-book set coming up. And Straw, if you change your mind, just let us know in the chat and we'll figure it out for you, my friend. Been lucky, my friends. I found Akira Animation Archives with an obi. Little bit, look here, a little bit of wear on the obi here on the edge, but not much at all, my friends, that's a BB for 135. Wherever I found 2 of them, but the second one does not have the obi. If somebody claims first, you get the one with the obi. And of course, Akira Animation Archives, character design, keyframes. Oh. Right? I was thinking of Kyoko as the little girl. Here we go, bike action. Chapter on bike action. One of the most iconic scenes in Akira. And if you like the Akira anime, I have some film strips I'm going to show at the end, which are amazing, but it's a whole thing. I'll explain when we get there, but we'll save that for the very end because I think there's going to be a lot of people who are like, film strips? Well, not interested in those, but 135 BB for the Akira Animation Archives. I'll put those off to the side for now. And maybe the art books at the end, I'll go back through one time. All right, guys, dude, I've been talking nonstop for a few minutes here, and we still have stacks of stuff. Just give me a 2-minute break. We will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. You know, I've been pounding friends. And this, so I showed you before the Kibun wa mo senso, or It Already Feels Like War, the war one, oversized edition, but I didn't even know this existed. I found these as a set in a shop, and this is It Already Feels Like War 2.1. It's not by Otomo Katsuhiro, but I think it was like, what I want to say, allowed by him, but it's Toshihiko Yahagi and Kamui Fujiwara. And this is a set. Get both of them in the set. War. Thank you, Nick. This is, I haven't read this yet. I didn't even know it existed. And then I was doing some research online and I'm like, what? And it's Kadokawa. Kadokawa is the same publisher as everything that Katsuhiro Otomo does. So Kadokawa obviously meant this to be a follow-up to this. And of course, female-centric heroine here. And Nick, that is yours, my friend. You know what? I'm trying to find another copy of that 2.1. So hit me up in my DMs on Instagram or email me through the website. And if you really want that set, I'll make another set for you because to be honest, but we also got to sell books over here. Akira book graph, $110, crispy clean copy. I didn't even bother to look to see if they're available overseas or not, but I know what they go for here, and it's a crispy clean copy. Robbie, this is a great, man. I got this, and if I wasn't prepping for the sale, I'd be like, this is one of my personal collection, but I also live here in Japan, and I will find one again, my friend. Kind of the way we do things here is like, for my personal collection, transformation is sick. Sorry, guys. I'm just enjoying myself over here. Oh, yeah. Close up. And I had this on film, but I have some keyframes on film strip I'm gonna show you guys later. There you go, brother. Graph. Okay, let's get back into we did BB before, so we must be on CC. So DVDs in Japan play in North America. They do not play in Europe, which is a PAL region, PAL, but you can watch these DVDs. It's Akira Remastered 1 and 2, but the reason why you buy this box set, this is the Akira DVD Special Edition box set, is because it comes with this storyboard book. And I do find these around sometimes. Thanks, Robbie, 60 bucks CC, but this is the only way to get this storyboard book, is with this DVD set. I have one in my personal collection as well, just because I wanted this compact, amazing, thick brick of an Akira storyboards book. If anyone else is jealous of Robbie, then again, DM me and we'll work something out. I'm always hunting these down, so I am going to put it aside like this, Robbie, because I don't want it to get, I want to put it nice for you. Don't just shove it in. It'll be smooth. Geino Yamashiro Gumi, one of my favorite bands of all time out of Japan, and of course this Sonic Sweet Akira. I have this, but not with the obi. With the obi is beautiful, and this is ED for $35. The homie Doki Doki and I were talking about that the new remastered one that's out is okay. I like it, but the remix version is okay, but nothing like original Akira soundtrack with the obi wrap, perfect condition, all plastic. I'm not gonna open it up. You know what it is. DD for $35. Man, I was just listening to mine yesterday. I think I listened to it 3 times in the background. This is Eureka Magazine. Eureka. Eureka. And this is the Otomo Katsuhiro issue. God, I don't know what year this is from. I should know. I think it's like late 80s. No. This is like the whole, everything that Otomo did from beginning to end. I can't say that the art is super amazing. This is but it's got this like fold outs. Nick, thanks, man. And then I kind of don't want to spoil it for you. So there's a lot of text, but there's a lot of panels in here as well. And for Full Train, round about midnight, Flash. Yeah, this is a rad one. And I too, Nick, have one in my collection. This is also another rare one that people don't know about. So Manga Kiso Tengai. This is a science fiction manga magazine that was released in the early 80s from 1980 on to about 1984, I want to say. The first 8 issues, no, 7. Huh? I've been 7, maybe 7. Featured Otomo Katsuhiro. This cat cover one, cute and stuff, but look at this. This little section is all concept art that would later be used for Kaba 1. Tetsuo up there, airplanes, the American airplane bomb. We got the Escher Fireball page from 1979. Thanks, Straw. Look at this. The Mad Max rough that would later be shown in Kaba 1. And Kaba right there, but I gotta show everyone else the Starry Feels Like War, the Stick Man, Domu. Character design for Domu. And this is one people like. I like Karib Marley is a mangaka. He put out this series, 2-volume set, with various mangaka in it. If you're a manga geek like I am, this is an amazing series because it opens with Otomo Katsuhiro, one shot, East of the Sun, West of the Moon. And it's just a one-shot manga. But then we also have so many other people in here. We have Kawaguchi Kaiji, Taniguchi Jiro, who of course is very famous in the West as well. We have Matsumoto Taiyo, Ping Pong, 100, 101, like so many manga. We have Atsushi Kaneko, Bambi and Her Pink Gun, who did Bambi and Her Pink Gun, and these are all one-shots by all of those mangaka and more, who I can't go through, but most people don't know that Otomo was published in here. Carib Song, PG for $32. And yeah, if I get them in there, usually in worse condition because of the matte covers, then I usually sell them for like 20 something. But these ones are really clean. I wanted to have everything clean for you guys today. And before we do HH, let me bust out another art book. Posters, 175. It comes with the poster, the famous Akira poster, which is right here. Comes with the original card. Comes with an advertisement for short piece. And of course, it's a collection of posters that Otomo did throughout his career for Rojin Z, Robot Carnival, Akira, Warning, Genmu. Oh, there's a different Genma. That's a, there we go, Genma poster. I had a Genma book, but somebody in the Patreon jacked it, my friends. We post a lot of these books up on the Patreon before we do these live drops. So if you want first access to all the stuff that we're showing in our live drops, join the Patreon. For less than $5 a month, you get access to all of the book, not all, most of the books in our drops before they happen. Rad. My favorite. I had this poster, but the vertical version. I sold it to someone and I've regretted it. Posters 175. And this is going to be a tricky one to show you. I went to the Cell exhibition in 2023 for the Otomo Akira cells. Who claimed posters? Omar, dude. This is a crispy clean copy too. Perfect. No foxing, no dents, no dings. Perfect copy right for you. And so I got one of every poster from the event. This is the Akira Cell exhibition event. And I'm just gonna try to show you what each one looks like. These are HH for $25. $25 each. I honestly, I think I spent $15 each at the event 2 years ago. I've been hoarding them ever since, and I've been waiting for us to do an Otomo drop before. And I can't take these out during the live, but you can see what each one is. So that one is Tetsuo, Haneda, the promotional, 2 of the promotionals for all those books on the ground are books that Otomo grew up with. And then the complete works poster. Okay, it depends on which one. I didn't do this right. I screwed it up. If you claim an HH, can you tell me if you want Tetsuo, Haneda, books, or promo poster? Robbie, which one do you want? There's the Tetsuo, Haneda. Could have made these all their own letter. The books. These are all sealed. I've never opened these. That's why I'm not opening them. And the promotional poster. Let's let Robbie go first since he asked first. Everyone, this is the way, my friends. I have one more left. So whoever asks first, I don't know how to do it to be fair, but whoever asks first, since I have 2 of these, does anyone want the Otomo book reference with the kid? Oh, okay. Christian, I have this one left, and okay. We'll let each one of you have one, and then Robbie will take whatever's left over. Brandon will be in the chat, figure it out. Sorry guys, I screwed that up. I was just like, HH, that works. But I actually have one Kaneda one for myself, and that's it. The rest I am letting go because they take space, my friends. And space is at a premium here in Japan. Hang tight 1 second, homies. Tetsuo, is that okay, Robbie? If Christian can have Tetsuo, I'll give you the other 3 or the other 2. You guys, I'll let Brandon work it out with you guys in the chat. Robbie did ask first, so anything that he decides is kind of the way, man. Whoever asks first. The only way to be fair is to just be like whoever asks first. Thanks, man. Such a gracious collector. Before, I only have a few more things left, but also from the same exhibition, I have some tees. Unfortunately, there's limited in sizes, so all of the tees are $80 each, and I'll just go through them. And they weren't cheap. They were $50, $55 2 years ago at the event when I got them. These are all new, never been opened. This is a medium size, so these ones I did properly to make it easier. And this is the Kaneda exhibition tee. So it's the same image that's on that poster. Kaneda for medium. I almost gave this to my wife just so I could look at it, because the medium's too small for me. Let's do this. Wait. And then I have a large in the hallucination bear. JJ. Hallucination bear. Again, Carousel exhibition from the launch of the Complete Works 2023. I do see these online, usually opened and somebody wore them a couple times. Get a L size for hallucination. Then I have another medium, which is the Tetsuo. I had some friends visiting once and they yanked all the XLs from me. And I kept a Kaneda and a large, and these were all raffle only items. I guess if you're like a kind of a trader, you can always, trader as in trading with people, you can always nab one and trade it up with one of your friends. And then at the exhibition, I also got some tote bags. These are the Otomo Akira L exhibition tote bags. I have 2 of them left, LL for $50 each. Again, this 2 M's, 1 L. These are not Japanese size. These are, nowadays, we don't really have the smaller Japanese sizes. Everything's basically sized just like an American or Canadian or, you know, like Western, I should say, Western size. So I wear an L in Japan. I wear an L in America. So, LL Hallucination Bear JJ. There we go. Oh, LL. Sorry. Oh, the bags. Sorry, Robbie. And I haven't opened these at all either for now about 2 years. I think the exhibition started in May of 2023 and went on until June, then moved to Osaka for the rest of summer, if I remember correctly. Here you go, brother. I'll leave these here for a moment. We can go back through these later. And film strips. Before the film strips, I got 3 more art books. One of them is amazing, my friends, but not. So I got a copy of Kaba. This one's reasonable, 200 bucks, really clean copy. No plastic cover on it. You know, they have that flimsy plastic cover. So with the plastic cover, I'd probably sell it for $275 because they're so hard to find. But because there's no plastic cover on this, Kaba 1, of course, the iconic Kaba. $200. I just want to see that girl with the bubble gum. More towards the, ooh, Old Man Cho. Escher. We're close. Close. There we go. That's 2. Following. And of course, Sayonara Nippon and Domu. Oh, Domu record. I have a Domu record around here. What happened to it? I have a Domu record, the LP. Yeah, it's not over there, Brandon. Brandon, behind the computer. Man, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, thank you so much. Well, the CC is not correct, but what we can do is just say Domu record. Just put Domu in the chat if you're interested in it. This is the LP. It's got a great insert, 2 inserts in it, One's an opening insert, one's a one-page insert that you could frame if you wanted to. And this is the soundtrack for the Domu movie that was never made. They did come with an obi strip here, but the obi had a ticket on it, which you could cut out to send in for a prize. So you almost never find them with the obi. My personal one also, no obi, but that's the Domu record. Christian, just put, Christian's got it. Brandon's got you, Christian. This is amazing, and I already opened it, checked it, Christian. The inside is perfect. The record is perfect. Everything's perfectly. Yeah. Listen. But MC Escher was your great uncle in Holland? Really, that is amazing. That's an amazing story, man. Like, dude, I remember in high school being obsessed with MC Escher, just obsessed. And we had this project, so I went to a high school next to a freeway, and then for an art project, we had to do giant mural paintings under the freeway. And my group did an MC Escher mural under the freeway. And that's actually where we used to skateboard too. So I got to see it all the time until Nerduels did. And 2 gems really quick, guys, and then I'll let you guys go. And if somebody wants to stay and check out the film strips with me, you can. But I've found 2 of these in my life, only 2. One is in my personal collection. I'll never open, I'll never sell. And that is Kaba 2 sealed, never opened, brand new, in the box. Never been cracked, never been looked at. $3.95, sealed. These are going for over $400 here, unsealed, if they're in like mint condition. I can't open it for you, and I would open my copy, but my copy is also sealed, which dead stock, man. Once in a while, you'll find a store that has some dead stock that they pull out. If you see here, no original price tag, but sealed, never been opened, no creases. When you open it, you're gonna get creases here. No creases at all, my friends. And the box is in solid condition. Kaba 2. Spendy one. Kaba 2 I'll set over here, and then yeah, I know Robbie's a psycho, but Robbie probably has Kaba 1 and 2 already. It would be more like what I did was I had Kaba 2. It wasn't in the best condition. I found one sealed by chance. And I just swapped it out, and then I sold my other Kaba. But I also have the luxury of being able to sell books all the time. So when I want to swap stuff out in my personal collection, it's pretty easy. Not always easy for everyone else. And last but not least, I spent 3 months trying to find a Domu Deluxe Edition. 3 months. And I could not find a clean one, my friends. If I found a clean one, it would go for about $420 and up. If it was super, super clean, I'd probably go even higher with it. But if you want to join the 5,000 club and you don't mind condition, here's your chance. I mean, I paid a little bit over $2. Find it. Water damage on the cover, on the box. I'm gonna crack the inside open and show you the inside. And there's some foxing on the book. But also, an amazing book. There's only 5,000 ever made. This side of the box got a little jacked. This side's pretty clean. The mouth's pretty clean. And let's crack this bad boy open. I was tempted to just keep this and sell someone my perfect one that I have in my personal collection, but I just couldn't bring myself to it, my friends. There's a slip cover. Fine, everything is nice and clean, no dents, corners clean, no dents, but unfortunately you can see some spotting here. And the rice paper is actually not bad. Usually it's the rice paper that gets jacked. But whoever owned it didn't probably live somewhere really humid here in Japan, which is everywhere. And some of the pages like this are super, super clean. And then there's some other pages where you have boxing on. So again, if you don't mind condition, you'll never find a cheaper copy of the Domu Deluxe Edition. Well, at least I won't. But if you want to hold out for a super clean one, I'm always looking, and we might. Ah, look at that. I know Dave wanted to join the 5,000 Club for a long, long time. Got here, boys. A little bit of foxing over here. I mean, if it's for your personal collection and you really just want to have the large Domu Deluxe Edition, then this isn't a bad way to go. But again, well, West Coast Dave Avengers, I'm also holding a Godzilla book for you and an original piece of art for you. So finally we can ship those out, brother. The spine's solid. There's no page folds. It's just a little bit of foxing, man, that kind of, you know, bums me out. But Dave, West Coast Dave Avengers, just joined 5,000 Club, brother. Thank you, man. And then we're gonna kind of wrap it up here, my friends. 1 second, I'm still talking. For those of you that are psycho collectors like me, I spent the last probably 2 years. Maybe Dave, maybe I showed you some of these when you were in town. But I spent about 2 years collecting film strips. I have Ghibli film strips. I have RoboCop film strips. I have, I think I have some Maeda Toshio, I might have a Perfect Blue. These are all film strips from Akira. And these are not those ones, like when you go to the Ghibli Museum, they will give you like a little bookmark that's a film, has like one frame in it. These are not those. These are from real film strips that were shown in movies. And what should we do? Neo Tokyo Scene, Window, Clowns and Bikes, Tetsuo in the Hospital, Masaru and Kyoko, some singles of keyframes. This one I just got. This is the gang of 4, Kaneda and 3 of his homies. But let's look at the Clowns and Bikes. I didn't price these because some of them I can do in sets. Some of the keyframes are really hard to find. And I've just been stacking them, my friends, but everyone likes the clown scene, so let's take a look at some of the. Yeah, and sometimes these get flipped. Really want to show you guys names. Sorry, Robbie, 1 second here. Okay, I'd organized these a few days ago. Can you even see that, Robbie? Oh, what happened? Yeah, I guess these are pretty hard to see. Brandon, being the gem of a human that he is, he took photos of all of these. So we have like the clown, the king clown on the motorcycle, but man, hard to see. How about this? Just to make this easy, because I didn't even think that they might not show up in the live very well because the resolution is a little bit down, is I'm gonna put these all together back where they were. I have tons of them. Clowns, Neo Tokyo, Kyoko, some rad singles. The singles just means like random keyframes, you know, K or, you know, Tetsuo transforming, Tetsuo hallucinating in the hospital and walking down the hallway, stuff like that. Kaneda looking out the window of the school, some stuff like that. So if you're interested, DM me on Instagram or You can email me, but DMing me on Instagram is probably the easiest way to do it, and I will send you pictures of everything that Brandon took pictures of. And just give us a little bit of time this afternoon, and I'll get. And drawing to the end of our adventure. Let me put these away really quick because you don't want to get fingerprints all over those things. The way I get these is this. I found him from a few sellers, but this guy must have worked in a movie theater for years. And as I throw away the film reels, he would steal them out of the garbage, I guess, and go through and clip out key frames and slowly sell them over time. So he's made thousands of dollars off of these and a lot of money off of me too. But they're not crazy expensive. They range anywhere from, I'd say, $10 to $50, depending on how key it is. And if it's you, Robbie, I'll hook you up because you bought a lot already. And before we go, guys, let me just do a quick kind of like run through. We finished those. Finished. I'll just throw out all the art books that aren't sold yet. So Kaba 1, 200, Genga, 190, Kaba 2 sealed, 395. Got some medium t-shirts left. And all of the manga, which I'm not gonna go through all of the manga. If somebody wants that DVD set with the storyboard book, hit me up by DM. I might be able to find one for you. And Akira Club. Yeah, and all this stuff we already have up on the website. As soon as this is over, anything that was not claimed is gonna go up on the website. We're gonna hard post this video here in the live section so you can go back and rewatch it. If there's something that you want, just DM me, let me know, or head over to japanbookhunter.com where everything will be up there in a couple hours after we grab some lunch. Work my. Anything to add, Brandon? This was my Halloween costume 2 years ago. Good for health, bad for education. Thanks for being here, my friends. Till next time, you all rock and matane.